Learn an idea by teaching it. Discover how teaching really is a great way to learn. May seem a bit of a paradox, but it's so true. So let's talk about how, if you want to learn an idea really well, how teaching it can help it sink in even deeper. Now, it's easy to believe that learning an idea happens mostly when you consume it. It's a one-way street. You learn an idea when you consume it, you take it into your brain. But this is really how you gain knowledge about the idea. But learning it, when you can remember, you can value, and you can explain that idea, that requires more than just an inflow of taking in facts. There's a learning highway, so to speak. Research and my own personal experience has shown that one of the best ways to learn an idea at a very deep level is to teach it to others, or even pretend that you're teaching it to others. And to really sink in this idea, I want you to think about your favorite teachers or mentors, the people that you look up to who have shared ideas with you in the past. And when you observe them, you can understand that they share ideas on a level that you can tell that they really get it. They understand those ideas, those things that they're telling you, right? Now, is it because they simply read the idea in a book one day and then suddenly, boom, it just made sense to them because they're smarter than you? No, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's because they talk about those ideas all the time. They're teaching others in workshops and seminars and face-to-face. They're talking about these ideas constantly to others. And idea consumers, people who just take in knowledge, often only get a fraction of the benefits from that knowledge that idea expressors do. So you want to be an idea expressor, somebody that teaches ideas, expresses those ideas. Now let's talk about that paradox, why you learn when you teach. How does that work? Well, there are a couple basic reasons why this happens. One is that when you enter the learning process with the expectation that you're going to teach what you're learning, your awareness and your focus increases, and you do a better job of identifying key ideas and structuring them in your mind. So your awareness is heightened. Your thinking ability is heightened because you're on alert, essentially. That's number one, why you learn better when you teach. Number two is that, and we talked about this just a second ago, as you explain information that you've learned, it helps reaffirm it in your own mind. You play it over and over and over again in your mind each time you teach it. And as a result, that information, that knowledge becomes clearer to you, and you start putting all the pieces together better, and you understand it at a deeper level each time you talk about it. It's as if when you speak about an idea or you teach it, that you draw it in or siphon it deeper into the place within your mind that sees that idea and that knowledge clearly, makes sense of it, and creates an emotional connection with it. You're drawing it in each time you teach and talk about it. So how do you use this? Well, you want to talk or pretend that you're teaching the things that you want to remember and you learn. So here are 5 steps to do it. Number 1, in your car, in the shower, or when you have a few free moments, you want to take a topic, something that you learned recently, a strategy or the content of a book, something that has value to you or that you want to learn exceptionally well, you want to value. Take that topic and then express everything you know about it, like you're enthusiastically teaching someone else, that you're in front of a student or a group of students and you are trying to tell them about this knowledge, this idea that you've learned. Talk about it out loud when possible. Okay, now this isn't always possible, but when possible, you want to talk about it out loud. So you want to act like you're having a conversation with a real classroom. Now, if you can't do that, like if there are people around you and you want to do this idea, you can talk quietly. You can just say, this is what I want to talk about, and here's how I'm going to talk about it. So you can just kind of whisper, but you want to get your mouth moving. You want to pretend like you're speaking out loud. Okay, that's a big factor in the whole learning process. Use gestures and facial expressions. Really get into the whole teaching process when you're doing this. And as far as what things to talk about, explain what the idea is or what the knowledge is. Talk about why it's important, why it matters, and then discuss how to use it. So explain what, why, and how. And if you get all these different elements together, you become a teacher of the knowledge that you learn. And even if it's a teacher in the shower, that's okay. Or if it's somebody that you're pretend teaching in your car, this is a really powerful way to take ideas and learn them by teaching them.